So let me take you through the origin of this framework, a slightly updated version that I'm showing you now. It was a year or so ago. I was asked by the MMA to create some visual and verbal summaries, just one-page summaries, from six of their speakers in the great growth debates. So real gurus in the area, including Professor Byron Sharp and Dr. Peter Fader, Dr. Dominic Hansons, lots of six very influential people in this area. And it was great. It was a fantastic project. But what I noticed was that there was much more commonality between the six gurus than there were differences. And I thought, well, I got quite excited by this. I thought, what I'd try and do is to capture those commonalities in a graphic, which is the circle you can see here on the screen, but also flag on the outside that kind of effectively about four areas where there are still some, I suppose, heated debates, in the industry about what works. So I'll just briefly take you through. I know this is quite a complex diagram, and actually, Professor Byron Sharp said to me afterwards, he said, well, this diagram is all very well, but these often help the person who creates it more than the people who receive it. But I'm hoping you'll find it useful too. So when you think about it, I mean, obviously what we're trying to do is drive purchase, either now or in the long term. That's what drives value for the brand. And at the top half, you've got kind of the advertising influence, the things you can do through communications to build and drive that purchase. And most people would agree, I think, that this needs to be a combination of brand building advertising that raises the salience, the mental availability of your brand, makes it top of mind, makes it feel relevant, for example, but also activation advertising, which is right there in the middle, which helps to trigger that demand near to the point of sale to actually get the sale. So building that presence and then reminding people at the right time to close the sale. And that's a kind of common theme of modern thinking about how communications work. And then, of course, on the left-hand side, you've got, well, that's all very well, but people will only buy a product or a service if it's fairly easy for them to get at it. In any competitive market, people, if they can't find a brand, they'll probably just go for another brand because there are so many brands that are, let's be honest, broadly similar. So physical availability or ease of buying are absolutely crucial if you want to leverage the equity that you built through your advertising. And then at the bottom, you've got the role of innovation. Innovation, but not just in the area of product innovation, although that's important, because innovation is about building a product that when people hear about it, they're interested, and when they experience it, they're delighted by it. And then finally, you've got the kind of feedback loop is the way I think of it, which is after people have bought a product or a service and they experience it, did it live up to expectations for the price? If it did, that's fantastic, and people tend to come back because it's an easy option next time. And also, if it's exceptional, it'll lead to positive reviews and word of mouth that will then feed back in terms of effectively as earned communications.